Welcome once again to the Warehouse, Jersey City, New Jersey, where Team Como has a come-from-behind walk-off 7-6 win over We Got Ice. They advance to the championship.
Yep.
It is the postgame show presented to you by Shady Rays. Head on over to shadyrays.com. Use the code word Warehouse. You're going to get 40% off your next pair of shades. That is Peter Moylan. I am Chris Rose. Kelsey Wingert standing by to chop it up with the winners this afternoon.
Yep.
And I have never seen a team take it to Jack Doyle the way that the two-time Cy Young Award winner wore it today.
Yeah, look, they've come in here. They've answered some questions that we all had about velocity, but I tell you what, they've stepped up to the plate and they've delivered every single time. They're still undefeated, obviously. They've been the cream of the crop. They deserve to be in the championship game, and we'll just have to wait to see who joins them.
Doyle's line, by the way, a third of an inning, gave up 7 runs, including a pair of homers, a pair of doubles, and a walk. Sammy Reazer, 5 for 5, a pair of big flies, 5 RBI on the day. He and Caden are standing by. I guess it's okay if you're into big numbers like that.
Yeah.
He and Caden are standing by right now with Kelsey.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. And because of that stat you just said, 5 for 5, 5 RBI for Sammy in today's game. Our player of the game, man. I mean, they were just talking about it up there, but the way that you guys were able to get to Jack Doyle, Cy Young winner 2 times here, the best pitcher that we see here in the Warehouse. I'm going to pose this question to both of you because you both had big hits. How were you able to get to Jack Doyle?
It was a surprise to me as well because I do know his history, and I can't say that I wasn't nervous when they brought him in to pitch, but I personally was just sitting on screwball slider, and anything else that he threw, I just kind of spit on it, and luckily he didn't hit anything for a strike besides the screwball and the slider, so anytime those 2 came, I was swinging, and that's all he threw me in that last inning, so I was swinging every single time, and it worked. You
had the walk-off hit versus Jack to win. How were you able to get to him in that at-bat?
I'm going to say, under 70-mile-per-hour speed limit, there's only so much you can do. I thought Jack pitched great. I think it's just how much Blitzball we played. Shout out to all the guys back in Columbia watching this right now, at the apartment right now. Without us playing all the time, we're not able to do that. So we're just so used to the movement of the Blitzball. So, yeah.
How confident are you guys feeling right now? You guys were kind of a wild card coming into this tournament. We knew that you would be obviously great competition, but you guys have really come in here and showed everybody what you can do. As you're the only undefeated team left, you have a straight path. You're in the championship game.
Yeah, I'd say we're pretty confident. However, if you noticed, none of our games are like blowouts. Everyone is competing with us. It's just about, we're squeaking by. We're undefeated, but we're just squeaking by these teams, and they're all playing great blitzball. We just are finding the perfect ways to do it. So I'm still definitely going to play hard against whoever we have to face in the championship. I'm so excited for it.
You mentioned it. You guys have given up a few runs. You're obviously making up for it. You score them back. How can you guys limit the amount of runs you're giving up?
Honestly, there's only so much we can do. There's so many great hitters in this tournament. Obviously, we can make pitches better, but at the end of the day, there's some great hitters, and we just have to limit that, make some defensive plays, and, just see how the cards roll.
Going to the championship, the only undefeated team left in the tournament, Team Como. What an exciting win. Congratulations. Wow. We'll see you guys in the championship game. Rosie, back up to you.
Kelsey, thank you very much. Obviously, Sammy Reazer, today's Shady Rays player of the game. We mentioned it, 5 for 5 with a couple of bombs. Continues to add to his league-leading RBI total. The dude is just a beast. Also, don't forget, you use code word Warehouse, get 40% off your next pair of shades. You also get early access to the John Boy Media and Shady Rays collab pairs dropping later this summer. All right, time to hear from both teams inside the media room.
2-time Cy Young winner Jack Doyle goes into the second inning and doesn't necessarily have the best stuff, can't get them out. For you moving forward, in order to win this thing, you have to face them again.
Yeah.
Do you just feel extra pressure at this point?
Yeah.
Damn, that was a good question. He just toasted you.
Yeah, we're going to a lot of questions to answer pitching strategy-wise, but I don't think either of us got Sammy out.
He went 5 for 5 with 2 walks and 5 RBIs.
Yeah.
Pretty good day to play it.
So we can go back and forth what the pitching strategy is, but if we don't get one of their players out, there's pressure.
Yeah. Or one of us has to go 5 for 5 with 5 RBIs.
Right.
You have to match them or come up with something. But they're really good, man. They can hit.
But on the flip side of that, Zoe, how do you feel considering your pitching performance? You got the 2 outs that you needed.
I feel good. We said to win the game, we needed to make 2 highlight plays, and we made the highlight plays. Jack was good. He was really good. They're just good hitters, so that's fine. I think we played exactly to our strategy. Went to the second inning, Jack on the mound, and they won. So I'm okay with losing like that.
How high was your adrenaline after making the second or first best catch in the warehouse, depending on how high you count Jack's from 1 inning league?
Jack's from 1 inning league might has me beat because he had to land on one leg where I had a clumsy landing and landed right on my back, which hurt real bad.
Right.
So in terms of landing, you got me beat by a bit, but I'll take the second best catch there.
Okay, sounds good. Tomorrow, you rest the first game and play the winner of Rotten versus Hookline. Mm-hmm. Is there one team there that you'd prefer to face more than another?
No.
No, I think we can beat anybody.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you're going to have to play back-to-back to win this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does that factor into your strategy at all?
Yeah.
We got to...
Stay 5, we're sore.
We're real tired.
Well, we got ice, so.
True. Oh, my God, Maddie.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
How good are you guys feeling? Sammy especially. I mean, you went 5 for 5 with 2 walks.
I didn't even know that until she told me over there. I was about to get interviewed, asking questions. She was like, "Sammy, you went 5 for 5." I said, "What did you say?" So I haven't even been thinking, but to hear that is crazy. I was just having a good time, to be honest. I don't really think. I just smack the ball around, run around, throw the ball, and have some fun, and that's exactly what we did.
I kept telling him it's just a plastic ball game at the end of the day. Yeah. We're just playing some blitzball. We're having some fun.
Yeah, there was one point where I was struggling on the mound, and I walked off under my own will and was just like, "Hey, I just want to talk because I'm sucking right now." And he was like, "We're just playing a plastic ball game," and I threw 3 straight strikes. So that was kind of nuts. But, yeah, we're just having some fun.
Love it. Sammy, to go back to you, first inning, you swing at a pitch, and the radar reads 94. If you strike out there, you don't necessarily get back up with the bases loaded and hit a grand slam. How much do you think that reading on the radar impacted the result of this game?
Yeah, you say, not necessarily, but again, nobody knows, and that's the big problem, is that no one knows if it was a ball, no one knows if it was a strike, no one knows if it was 69 miles an hour, no one knows if it was 71 miles an hour. And with that being said, there's no way you can look at me and say strike 3, and there's no way you can look at Jack and say ball 4. Therefore, you have to redo the pitch, and it sucks for both people. Yeah, it's just how it goes.
I feel bad because it's very unfortunate and it had to happen that way, but at the end of the day, you have to redo the pitch just because we don't know. I do feel bad, though.
No, definitely just sucks that it had to go that way, but it is how it is what it is.
Great answer. Now let's look forward to tomorrow. You guys are automatically into the championship game, so you're going to rest the first 2 games, play the last one. Do you think that you have a big advantage considering you don't have to play back-to-back, and there's a chance that the team you face has to play in all 3 games?
There is good and bad because there is a chance the team can play all 3 games and they will be tired. But at the end of the day, they'll be ready. Their jitters are out for the day. We'll sit back, but we're confident we'll be ready. And the good thing is that we've been playing all tournament long. This is our first time. It's been a great time. But I think all of our jitters have been gone, especially for me that game. That was the most loose I've especially felt on the mound. I found a couple pitches that worked. So we'll be ready, but who knows? It depends what team comes up and it's like how their arms feel. So, yeah.
And speaking of those teams on which can come up, is there one team that you definitely don't want to face? Is there one team that you're hoping does make it there?
I don't think we're hoping for anybody. I don't think we want anyone to win. I don't think we want anyone to lose. It's whoever comes up, we're going to be ready to face them. And I was telling Kelsey earlier, we're kind of squeaking by these wins. It's not like we're blowing these people out. Like we are just finding ways to win with our hitting. So I think no matter who comes up into the championship is going to be a great game, and we're going to have to fight for it. So whoever it is, we're just going to play how we've been playing.
It's going to be a great game. There's a lot of great teams, but if we know we can play like we know we're capable to, we know we can win. But obviously it's going to be tough. There's some great teams here.
Kelsey, we've talked about it throughout this tournament that the Como kids, they were the wild card coming in. We didn't know if they could make the adjustments, if they could deal with the atmosphere and everything else. I would say they have passed the test.
And they talked a lot about yesterday how much they have played, obviously, in Blitzball games, but they have never experienced an environment like this. And you heard them say it in their post-game press conference there, that the nerves have worn off, and now they're starting to get used to this environment, because it does get absolutely like a riot in here. I mean, it's absolutely insane, but they are starting to get used to the environment here. And like they said, they are just winning with the bats. They're confident against anybody.
And Caden really stepped up on the mound. He said that, listen, I found a couple of pitches that I haven't been able to in the prior games here. If they bring that to the championship, that's going to make it much more easy for them. I think the other thing is that now they've been in basically every situation they can see.
Yeah.
So if they get to the championship and they're down a couple of runs, it's not going to feel like a huge deal to them, I think.
Yeah, no, and that's what they were saying, is they don't care who they're going to face. They're ready to face whoever comes up. They're finding ways to win with the bat, but it's going to be really important, like you just noted, Caden really honing in on the mound there. That's going to be so important for them in the championship game, because like they said in that post-game press conference with me down on the field, they are giving up hits, but they're making up for it with the bat. So if they can put it together on the mound, man, this team is going to be unstoppable.
Let's flip to the other side as we take a look at the Shady Rays postseason bracket. We got Ice falls down to the losers bracket, where they're going to take on the winner of Forgotten Rotten and Hook, Line, Sinkers. They're still in decent shape to have a rematch with Team Como in the title game. But I think that Jack Doyle has to deal with something that maybe he's never had to here in the warehouse, and that's major adversity on the mound.
Yeah, we've never seen anybody get to Jack Doyle like we saw today. And you know that he's going to take that personally. This is his warehouse.
Right. This is his house.
His Cy Young winning warehouse.
Yep.
So you know he's going to take that personally. You know that giving up those hits just crushed him. And I think if they have to face off again, he's going to be really dialed in. But now they know what they're looking for. They obviously saw him very well. So it'll be a very interesting rematch if we do see it.
So Team Como officially off to the title game. Next time we see you, it'll be Forgotten Rotten taking on Hook, Line, Sinkers. The winner of that game will square off against We Got Ice.
Woo-hoo!
Hey now!
Woo!
That was a blaster. Hey,
Woo!
that was some Southern non-comfort in my ears.
Y'all.
For Kelsey Wingert, who just reached another octave.
Woo!
And Peter Moylan and his Australianese. And our amazing group back here. Turn around and wave. All of our interns, we just hired them today for college credit. I am Chris Rose. We will see you next time here inside the warehouse. Thanks for tuning into the Shady Rays postgame show.